Doctors in the South Pacific island nation of Samoa are still seeing new cases in a massive deadly measles outbreak. The virus has infected more than 4,800 people. At least 70 of them have died, including many young children.
The Samoan government says 91% of everyone eligible is now vaccinated, but that's not quite enough. 93 to 95% of a population must be immune to prevent measles from spreading. In the U.S., where the government estimates the vaccination rates of kindergartners, at least 14 states are below this immunity threshold. That's concerning. Carter Evans traveled to Samoa to get a firsthand look at the crisis there.
This is Samoa's main hospital, and health officials have set up tents in the parking lot to help with the large number of measles patients. The government has mounted an aggressive vaccine campaign, which it hopes will help. But it's clear now this outbreak will have a life-changing impact on families.
Itila and tomorrow.
Paula Puiloa says the measles outbreak took hold of his family in an instant. The disease killed 3 of his 5 children.
So they got sick, and 4 days later they died?
Yeah, 4 days later.
Their mother, Faoso, is so distraught she sleeps on her children's grave, which is set up in the family's front yard, according to Samoan tradition. She told me it's her only way to be close to them now.
It's going to take a long time to heal.
Community advocate Lena Chang is helping the families of measles victims.
When you see that, what do you think?
Heartbreaking. It shouldn't happen this way.
Experts say the measles is entirely preventable, but so far more than 2% of the island nation's population has been infected. Most of the deaths are children, including this 10-year-old boy whose funeral was held over the weekend.
It's the most complicated and painful thing in life.
Only 31% of Samoans were vaccinated around the time of the outbreak, in part because of fears that spread last year after 2 infants died when nurses incorrectly mixed their vaccines with another medicine. The vaccines are now mandatory here, and the government is cracking down on the spread of misinformation. Authorities recently arrested a, quote, alleged anti-vaxxer after they said he publicly disputed the vaccine drive, saying, "I'll be here to mop up your mess. Enjoy your killing spree."
I think what we've learnt from this episode and this epidemic is the absolute importance of getting the right message out to the communities, educating the communities on the importance of having the vaccine.
While the Samoan vaccination rate has nearly tripled in a matter of weeks, there are still challenges. Samoan families often have many children in close contact. This baby, surrounded by family, was just released from the hospital.
The measles vaccine is the one safe and cost-effective way of protecting children from measles. In this day and age, we shouldn't see the measles in any country, and we're seeing a lot of cases. Globally, there's been double the number of cases reported just in the last 2 years.
Samoa is still under a state of emergency, and now the nearby U.S. territory of American Samoa is also declaring an emergency after 9 people there contracted the disease. For CBS This Morning, Carter Evans, Apia, Samoa.
Carter, thank you very much. You know, before the vaccine was available, 1 million people a year used to die of the measles. We've kind of forgotten that, and it's a very hard way to relearn that lesson to see these kids suffer today.
And we take it for granted here in this country. You get the vaccine and you carry on.
You should.
Very sad.